What is up, car addicts? In this video, we'll be talking about this week's Valentine's Day themed Triple Money Event Week, as well as the property and vehicle discounts. This event week is for February 10th through February 16th, 2022. So for those of you who've been following the drip feed cars, you'll know that today the Baller ST finally returned to the Legendary Motorsport website, which is the last car we were missing. So that concludes the drip feed content for the contract DLC. We will not be getting any more new content till Expanded and Enhanced comes out on March 15th. But anyways, the current prize ride for this week is the Albany Roosevelt, and they gave us the regular one instead of the Valor, which I'm kind of surprised about. But anyways, this car is a normal price of about $750,000, so not a crazy expensive car, but if you still want to get it for free, you have to place top one, meaning first place in a street series race for 3 days in a row. So not too bad there. You can pretty much do it with a friend and let each other win. Also, something interesting I noticed is that the Impala and the Hellfire are on the test ride for this week. Now last week we had the Astron and the Wagner on the test ride, but those happen to be discounted that week, so that kind of makes sense. But in the case of the Hellfire and the Impala, they just seem to be kind of random. But maybe they can be hinting at discounts for the next event week. Not too sure. I guess we'll see. Again, it just could be random. Anyways, in terms of a casino podium vehicle, we have the BF Club. This vehicle is primarily based on the VW Golf/Polo Mark II. It has a normal price of about $1.3 million, which is pretty insane for such a normal looking car. However, this car is in the compacts class and is the fastest one in that class by far. It basically performs like a sports car. It's pretty insane. It's also very quick for what it is, with great handling as well, as you would expect. But even with that performance, I've always felt it's just way overpriced for what it is, over $1 million for a compact car. And I always tell people to just wait for it to be on sale or try to get it off the podium if it ever becomes available. So here's your chance, guys. Definitely try to get it off the wheel this week if you're able to. So starting off with the property discounts, we have 20% off the Casino Penthouse. Not 30%, which is kind of surprising to me, but they did give us 30% off the upgrades and renovations for it, which is kind of interesting. Not the best discount, but if you've been waiting to buy one on sale, here's your chance. Moving on to vehicle discounts, we have 40% off the Roosevelt Valor, and unlike the regular Roosevelt that's on the prize ride, this one actually has a lot of visual customization, and it's a bit quicker as well. Next up, we have 30% off the JB700. So this, of course, is the James Bond Aston Martin with the guns sticking out of the fenders. Very, very cool. But the guns on this one do not function because it is the regular one. So make sure you buy the weaponized version instead, which is also on sale this week, which I'll get to here shortly. Moving on to the Southern San Andreas website, we have 30% off the Drift Yosemite. And yes, this one actually does drift pretty well and has a feature where it automatically locks the rear wheels when drifting, which is pretty cool. Next up, we have 30% off the Retinue Mark II, which is one of the fastest cars for most sports classics tracks. I highly recommend buying it this week if you don't own it already, guys. Moving along, we have 30% off the Peyote Gasser. So this car is in the muscle car class and is a pretty fun one to do wheelies and stuff with, but it's not all that fast, unfortunately. Moving on to the Benny's website, we have 30% off the regular Peyote. Unfortunately, the discount is only on the regular variant, making the discount kind of a joke, but I guess it is what it is. Moving on to the Warstock website, we have 30% off the JB700W, as I talked about earlier. So this one has the guns that actually work on the fenders, oil slick upgrades, and the spike upgrades as well, which is pretty cool, but honestly, I feel it's still a bit pricey for what it is. In terms of weapon discounts, the Gusenberg Sweeper is free for this week, which is pretty nice, and select tints for the Mark II weapons are also free for this week. Now in terms of clothing items, all Valentine's Day update clothing are free for this week, which is awesome. And in terms of login items, you can get this Many Wives of Alfredo Smith t-shirt for free just for logging in this week, which is pretty cool. In terms of Triple Money, we have Triple Money NRP on Casino Story Missions, Casino Work, the Adversary Mode Till Death Do Us Part, and the Deathmatch Shotgun Wedding. In terms of double money, we have double money NRP on the Franklin and Lamar short trip missions that were introduced with the contract DLC. Now, before, you actually had to first complete the Dr. Dre contract in order to unlock these, but now you don't have to complete that first, and you can access them from the missions section of the pause menu whenever you want. And lastly, we have an increased chance to get the pink diamond in the Cayo Perico heist, which, as we all know, is the one that pays the highest other than the Panther statue. So I guess a better chance at getting more money this week if you do Cayo Perico. Moving on to the Prime Gaming discounts for Prime Game members only. So again, same as the last few months, we sadly don't have any Prime Gaming discounts currently in game. The only thing we have is the usual free 100,000 for logging in during the event week period. And lastly, we have the RC Bandito Time Trial Cypress Flats. This week's normal time trial is Mount Gordo. I highly recommend either the Hakachu Drag, Shotaro, or a Batty 801 for that time trial. And the premium race for this week is the motorcycle race Art to Art. I highly recommend either the Shotaro or the Hakachu Drag for that race. Every Friday I post a guide on how to easily beat the time trials and premium race, so stay tuned for that if you're new. Anyways guys, hope this was helpful. Overall, this event week is pretty decent, but honestly it's not the best. I really feel I could have done a bit better in terms of the double money, and the discounts were okay, but they weren't really the best, especially 20% on the casino penthouse. I don't understand that. It should be at least 30. I don't know where this 20% thing came from. That's pretty bad. Anyways guys, hopefully next week is better. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.